I already have the Kodak FZ45, so I really didn't think that I would get the Kodak C1, but here we are. Hi, I'm Mikey and welcome to the channel. Today, let's talk about the Kodak C1, its features, ano yung mga maganda sa kanya, and let's try to digest and dissect yung sample photos and videos niya. This is around 10,000 pesos if you buy it here sa Philippines. Pero if you buy it outside, parang magmumura siya ng 1 to 2,000 pesos. Now, if you're someone who values yung warranties, customer service, and possible exchange, I think it's better if you buy it here sa Philippines sa authorized retailers niya. And meron ding Kodak PH account, which is where I got my unit. But if you don't think naman na masisira siya and you're okay with just buying the unit as is, I think you should go buy it outside the Philippines. So, nung dinala ko to sa isang event, ang number one comment nila is ang nipis niya. Kasi guys, sobrang nipis niya talaga, especially if you have the screen flip up. So, here is a side-by-side comparison. Nipis, no? And magaang din siya kasi built-in na yung battery niya. Unlike the FZ45 wherein you have to put in 2 AA batteries. The one I'm using pala is from Pale Blue. You can get this at Digital Walker. And this is actually a rechargeable battery, as in yung mismong battery yung i-charge mo, which is very, very cool and convenient. Now, let's first talk about the components and yung physical appearance niya. Number one reason I think people will get this is because of the flip screen. It will definitely make taking selfies very easy. And if you wanna vlog, then ayun, ang dali. Kasi nga, you can see yourself on the screen. If you also have no one to take your photos or videos, you can just put this on a tripod or prop it somewhere and you can still see and frame yourself. Number 2 is you have your zoom in and zoom out buttons here. And you have a dedicated button for recording videos. You do get a flash here, but it's actually very weak. And I wish nag-spend sila ng more money on getting a better flash, but it is what it is. Yeah, definitely mas maganda yung flash nito ni FZ45 in comparison to C1. This is rechargeable using a Type-C charger. You also have to put in a micro SD card for it to take photos and videos. As I mentioned earlier, you can mount it on a tripod. And then the rest of the buttons and features, same lang din siya with other cameras. Now, we do get a lot of modes on this camera, like auto mode, backlit portrait, beach, children, night landscape, landscape. Personally, I don't really see any difference with those modes. You can try it out and play around with it if you want. Pero ako, personally, nandun lang ako lagi sa program mode. One thing I wish na sana ginawa nila dito sa camera na to is pwede mo sanang piliin alin yung focus point. Because with this camera, yung gitna lang talaga yung fino-focus niya. Or if wala naman siyang ma-focus sa gitna, saka lang siya lilipat doon sa other areas, which is fine, I guess, if hindi ka naman talagang nagpa-practice ng photography. Pero I think that would have been nice. May Viber note if. Now, when it comes naman to filters, I think the C1 is better in comparison to the FZ45. This has way better and more diverse filters. And I especially love yung retro filter niya. If you know yung Visco filter na A4, isa yun sa mga favorites ko talaga dati before. And I see that in this filter. Also, very important to note is nagmi-mirror yung dito sa camera. So, hindi ka mahihirapan if gagamitin mo tong screen na to kasi you're seeing it as if you're looking at a mirror, which is great. Now, let's look at the sample photos using this camera. Let me show you my favorite photo. This was taken at one of the restaurants in BF and sobrang ganda nung pagka-yellow and green nung sa photo. I only used the cloudy filter on this photo. I super love how vibrant the colors are, especially if you compare it to this photo na walang filter. And here are more samples with a good amount of light And you can definitely see na hindi naman siya CCTV or webcam level tulad ng mga sinasabi ng iba. Here is a sample macro photo, and looking at the photo, pasado naman siya and maganda naman siya. But of course, if you zoom it in, grainy na siya and very soft na yung edges, which is totally understandable and expected with this type of camera. If I shoot indoors naman, dyan na lumalabas na very grainy na yung photos, which I feel like is still the vibe. And if you like that certain look na medyo grainy yung photos, I really think that this is something that you should consider. Lalo na nga if gamitan mo pa siya ng retro filter, I really like it. Now, here are photos at night. As you can see, ayan na, very grainy na nga siya. I still think that it's usable, pero depende rin siya sa inyo if gusto niyo yung ganitong type of photos. This one, I'm really sad about, as I mentioned earlier. Sana talaga mas malakas na flash na yung ginamit nila dito sa camera na to. But we are stuck with this type of flash, which is okay naman kapag malapitan. Pero syempre, kapag malayo na, hindi na masyadong nai-illuminate yung subject. Also, the fact na even if you use this flash at night or kapag low light lang, hindi na siya makakuha ng sharp photo or like hindi na focused yung photo masyado. Like this selfie that we had. Sayang, no? Kasi ang niya lang. So, hindi naman masyadong mag-shake yung kamay mo when taking a photo. But, yun nga, nagsistruggle na talaga siya. Now, here is the fun part, the sample videos. This one, very camcorder talaga yung atake niya. Pero, in my eyes, medyo parang mas vibrant to with the Kodak C1 if I compare it with my other video cameras. Plus the fact that you're getting that type of quality in this very tiny camera. So, that is already a win for me.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Magpapakait ka. I wish you all the best.
Yes.
Tapos alam mo na yan. Ganun yung lagi nga din yan. Alam mo na yan. Love you.
Hindi ko kakilala yung mga yan eh. Sino ba yan?
Now, I already mentioned the things I like and don't like about this camera on my TikTok. So if you want to check that out, this is my TikTok page. But one thing that makes me pick up this camera instead of the FZ45 is that sobrang dali mag-transfer ng photos and videos using this camera. You only need a USB-C to USB-C cable, plug it on your camera, plug it on your phone or computer, and then you can just copy your photos and videos, and that's it. Plus the fact that you can charge it using USB-C, sobrang dali and convenient kasi nga halos lahat ng gamit ko USB-C na din. Would I recommend this to someone who wants to practice photography? Maybe for 10,000 pesos, this is kind of pricey. Especially because merong mga DSLR, like old Canon DSLRs na nasa ganong range din ng price. For me, it's very important that you learn yung manual shooting, manual focus, and then manual adjustment of settings. But if you want a fun, vibey camera, I think that's where this would come in. If you think I should do a full-on comparison of sample photos and sample videos using these two cameras, please do let me know in the comments. If you also have other suggestions, please let me know. And I really hope you get to enjoy this YouTube video, and I'll see you in the next one.